one of the most watched weeks on TV. What week makes millions of people interested about what goes on in our oceans? Shark Week is one of the things in our society that makes millions of people fascinated by the predators in our ocean. All of you sitting here watch Shark Week. You're drawn to it every year because of all the facts that you can learn about sharks. Some of the facts include breeding habits, migratory habits, and their hunting patterns. The hunting habits of sharks differs between species. It differs mainly because of the difference in prey, their attack methods, and the habitat of their prey. Different prey is shared between sharks. So, bottom dwellers typically eat small mollusks and clams because they're usually small in size and they don't need that much meat. Whale sharks, which are the largest sharks, happen to be the gentlest sharks, and they eat plankton and krill only. Tiger sharks, on the other hand, will eat anything that comes in front of them because they're naturally the more curious sharks, and they like to try whatever they can fit into their mouths. Great whites eat seals, sea lions, and occasionally dolphins. Many people believe that sharks like to seek out humans for food. However, this is not the case because humans are not the natural prey of sharks. Usually when an attack occurs on humans, it's because the shark is confused and it usually lets the human go within a matter of seconds. Now, different prey is not the only difference in their hunting habits. Different types of sharks have different attacks. Bottom feeders, they swim over an area of the floor with their mouth open and they suck up their prey. Great whites, on the other hand, will attack their prey from below because since they're so large, they have to be hidden from their prey, and they can use the force of their body weight to attack their prey easier. Whale sharks and basking sharks, which are the two largest sharks, just swim through the ocean with their mouths open. Tiger sharks will basically just eat whatever swims in front of them. However, they do have a very vicious attack. Mako sharks, which are becoming more widely studied by scientists, will go through a feeding frenzy in a school of fish or when something comes in front of them and just quickly attack their prey. And they can have speed bursts up to 30 miles an hour. Also though, the hunting attacks and the prey all depends on the climate and the location of the prey and where the shark likes to live. So the locations of the sharks and the prey depends on climate and bodily adaptations of the shark. White-tip reef sharks live in coral reefs, obviously, and they eat fish from the reef, like clams, reef fish, lobsters, stuff like that, because it's readily available to them within the reef. Bottom-dwelling sharks, they live on the ocean floor, so they'll look for food buried in the sand. Lemon sharks like warm climates, because many sharks depend on climates for where they live, and they swim into shallow waters and typically live in the Gulf of Mexico and along the coast of West Africa. Tiger sharks swim near the surface and through coral reefs and attack large reef fish. That's why many attacks on humans are by tiger sharks, because it's up near the shallow waters where humans like to swim. Bull sharks, which are also very vicious sharks, will hunt in both fresh and salt water, giving them an advantage over other sharks and doubling the amount of prey that they can consume. Goblin sharks are very rare kinds of sharks, and they will lurk in the depths of the ocean in the pitch black and hunt their prey there. So basically, we can all determine that the hunting habits of sharks varies between species because of the prey of the species, the method of attack of the species, and where they live. So, despite the abundance of the current knowledge about sharks, more than just a week would be needed to educate the public on all there is to offer about these amazing creatures.